Hey everybody, this is Mark the Game Shark here with another tag video. I've been tagged by my good friend, Hob Jeeves, and yeah, actually I'm multitasking. I'm actually cleaning video games, and I'm gonna do my tag video. Because that's how I've been so fucking busy doing shit. But yeah, they tagged me in a thing, it's called Video Game Significance, and it's basically like, you talk about like, what got you into gaming and how it's affected you throughout the years. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So, I know a lot of responses that I've seen online was, everyone going to like the arcades, and that's not me. I mean, I went to the arcades, but it's not how I got into gaming. Basically, like my cousin Sean, he would come over to my house when I was like a toddler, and my parents used to babysit him, and we had the Odyssey too. So he would like sit me in his lap, and he'd be playing the game, and I'd be, take the joystick, and I'd be playing it. So that's basically like my original intro into gaming, which I only vaguely remember because I was like a toddler. So I didn't remember anything at that time. I was still too young. So then I remember the Nintendo coming out, and I was, oh god, I think I was like 6 or 7. Yeah, I think 6. I can't remember. But I remember my uncle, he took me to his friend's house, and they had Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, and I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. And I loved it. Going there, I only went there like once, and I played it, and I was like hooked. And I remember my mom and I, we went to Bradley's, and we saw like Nintendo there. I was like, oh my god, this is what I want. And then my cousin Sean, I think he called it, and he's like, yeah, I got Nintendo, and I used to always go over his house and play it. And then I finally got one, and funny story with that is, I remember I was so excited. I just wanted it hooked up so badly that my dad, he tried like hooking it up, and he ended up taking the RF adapter and plugging it into the socket where we get the cable from. So we're basically sending like the video signal out to the cable company, which is kind of goofy. I'm like, I don't know why you just didn't look at the fucking manual. So we couldn't get to work, and I was like frustrated. I was like, come on, get it to work. And eventually my dad finally figured it out. And our TV sucked. Like, it was like so bad that you had to wait like 15 minutes for like the picture tube to warm up. Because once you started, it was like all like liney and all crazy like picture. And you couldn't make out, and you had to like wait like a good like 15-20 minutes for it to like warm up. So that kind of sucked. Like every time coming home from school, I had to wait an extra 20 minutes to play fucking Nintendo. Like that was like, oh man, I hated that. I was so excited when my grandparents bought me, well, not they did, ended up giving me their old hand-me-down television, which was a hell of a lot better. The only thing that was bad is like the one speaker didn't work, which I was fine with. At least I didn't have to wait fucking 20 minutes to get the game to work. And then I got into like the arcades, I guess around when I was in like 5th grade. Yeah, like around 4th to 5th grade, I used to go to the skating rink, and they had like an arcade there. So I sucked at skating, so I was like, well, fuck skating, I'm just gonna hang out at the arcades. And I would hang out at the arcades, and that's when I met my one best friend, Frank DeFelice, and we ended up becoming best friends, and we were in the same middle school together. And then I remember he was like, yeah, you come on over and like we'll play video games. And then I didn't realize he ended up having a Sega CD. And I remember I was blown away that you could watch video on a video game console and like play like an actual, like kind of like a movie. I thought that was so awesome. I mean, I still like it. I mean, a lot of people don't like it, but I enjoy it. And yeah, I remember like we used to like stay up like all hours of the night playing that, and then he got PlayStation, and we were like obsessed with playing Resident Evil and Twisted Metal. So yeah, so that's basically like how I got into gaming, pretty much. And it sucked. I never really had a Super Nintendo, which I remember I wanted that so bad. And yeah, I just never got it. So, oh wow, it's a short video. I mean, I don't know what else to talk about, really. It's just, now, you guys know I'm still a video game collector. I really didn't start actually collecting video games until after high school. I had a hernia operation because when I used to work at Target, whenever someone needed furniture, I would lift it myself because I'm impatient. I ain't waiting for no team member to come help me lift a fucking bookshelf. I'll just do it myself. So I ended up having to have a hiatal hernia, and it was like, they were like, you're going to be out for like a month. I was like, oh, great. Because I was bedridden for like a month pretty much. So I was like, well, what the hell am I going to do? I had the Xbox, and my aunt, she was nice. She ended up buying me a couple DVDs to watch. But I wanted to like play like the classic games. So I ended up buying, like my first eBay purchase was an Atari 2600 with like 15 games. And then I ended up buying a Sega Master System because I had the couple games with it. I just didn't have the system. So I bought that, and that's how I started. And like the rest of my stuff I owned, I never got rid of. The only thing I really got rid of from my childhood was my original Nintendo, but now I have like 3 of them. So I don't think I need any more. So yeah, so that's basically how I got in childhood. I got in video games, and still play. Like, I'm busy right now, but now being a family man, usually like I wait till my girlfriend, she'll go to bed early, and I usually wait for her to go to bed, and then I'll just play the games. Like, I'm a night owl, so I'll stay up to like 1:30 in the morning, and then wake up at around 5:30 to get ready for work. So I usually play, I guess game time wise, maybe like I get around like 2.5 to 3 hours in usually. So, or 4, depending. And on the weekends, my girlfriend's working, like she's working right now. So, instead of cleaning, I could have been playing video games right now. But I'll clean these games out, and I'm going to test this console. Hopefully it works. So I'm only going to tag one person because I haven't seen a video from him in quite some time, and I miss his face. So I'm going to tag Josh, a.k.a. Creepleet. So, Josh, you've been tagged, my good friend. So I figured I'd only tag one person since I was the only person Hav tagged. So, thank you for the tag, Hav. It's been a while since I've done one, so I was like, yeah, I'll do a tag video. Of course, I'm multitasking. Don't actually have time to actually sit in front of the camera. So, I have other stuff coming up. I have a Let's Play. I'm probably going to record later on tonight, hopefully, depending. And yeah, that is it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely check out Hav. Definitely check out my buddy Josh. Put links in the description so you can check out their channels. Until next time, this is Mark the Game Shark signing out. Have a good night.